This episode of the Out of the Cave podcast is brought to you by Crown Trophy of Cypress, California. Crown Trophy is your one-stop shop for trophies, medals, crystals, rings, and any type of promotional item. They also have the ability to customize your award or promotional item with your logo. See why they're celebrating 25 years of outstanding customer service. Contact Crown Trophy of Cypress for your next awards order and mention the Out of the Cave podcast to receive 10% off your order. You can find their contact information listed in the sponsor section of our website, outofthecavepodcast.com. And now, enjoy the show.
You're listening to the Out of the Cave podcast with your host, Junior and the Captain. This is a podcast where we talk about things going on in the world and share opinions without worrying about political correctness. Remember, it's all about respect, keeping an open mind, and always having a good time. Junior, back in the cave.
Back in the cave.
We are back. Yes.
What's up?
What is the weekend before Thanksgiving? So I am very happy because I'm going to have a little time off to eat all that turkey, man.
I'm looking forward to eating some turkey.
I'm telling you, this year, I think this year I'm going to pig out, to be honest with you. Because I usually don't do it.
Really? Is that true?
No, I usually don't do it. For some reason, I always sit down. It's like, and we usually have the family over, or we'll go over to a family member's house. And I usually sit down first, and I'm like looking at all the food, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna eat that. I'll take a little bit at first, just to kind of like try it out. And next thing you know, I feel full, man. I don't know if it's mental. I don't know if it's because I know I'm hungry. It's got to be mental.
But you're eating like a girl.
But I'm eating like a girl. But this year, I want to eat like a man. I want to eat like a man, dude. I definitely want to get caveman style on this one.
Yeah, you say that, but I have a feeling you won't. You're as they say, eating with your eyes.
Well, I know you know this. I usually buy like 5 pounds of rainbow cookies.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's one of my things. 5 pounds of rainbow cookies.
Well, maybe that's why, because you're eating all the rainbow cookies.
But I didn't even get a chance.
Dinner.
No, but I didn't even get a chance to eat those things yet. But this year, I'm gonna hold off regardless.
Yeah.
On eating any candy or any cookie or anything like that before I'm gonna eat a man style dinner.
I'm gonna try to do the same thing. I don't really pig out too much, but like I'll have a decent size portion.
Yeah. What
I do like to do is go to other people's houses. There was a friends we have in common that normally does like Thanksgiving friend party.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen anymore.
I think it's
with these rules.
Yeah, with that COVID stuff, you know, they're gonna be knocking on our window. How many people do you have in there? That,
exactly.
By the way, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And the thing that actually makes me laugh is people actually believe that the cops are going to go into their house
because the governor is saying it.
And look how many sheriffs are already telling the governor, we're not going to do it. You know, I mean, come on. Are you really? Really, as a cop, you're going to go to somebody's house? Oh, wait, how many people do you have in there? Yeah, no one's going to go there.
But is it going to be people ratting other people out?
They could rat them out all they want, but the cops are not going to respond. And if they do respond, they're going to say, hey, we're just here because somebody made a call, but enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to head out there and get some turkey right now myself. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, the cops will just go door to door and say, hey, what are you guys cooking?
Exactly.
Let me have some.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I even heard like some of the governors speaking about these new mandates saying, maybe you should even have a mask on in your house, like all kinds of crazy things.
I know. I mean, come on, man.
I could understand needing a mask if there's going to be someone there who's not part of your immediate family, but they're putting a number there of 12.
Yeah, but see, there in
New York State, they said 12, right?
Well, let's look at this in the Thanksgiving way. For me, Thanksgiving, you know, we try to do the best that we can to donate food and to try to help out as many people, because there are many people out there homeless and don't have the means to have a sit down dinner, right? So we try to do all that, and we try to do the best that we possibly can to help out. And I'm not just talking about us; I'm talking about in general the public.
Yeah.
So you have during Thanksgiving, I know we've done this stuff back in the day. Remember, we used to do the soup kitchens, and we used to help out and serve all these people food and all that. So if you're going to establish this 10-person minimum, what happens to those situations?
That's true.
What happens to soup kitchens? What happens to all these homeless people that, look forward to that one particular day where people are actually out there ready to serve them some food and to have all these, all these things happening for them? What happens then? So are they excluded from this 10-person rule and only applies to family-related get-togethers? What? Because I haven't heard anything about that.
No, of course not. But here's the thing. This is why I think it's completely stupid. They're making this recommendation for Thanksgiving. What day is that? That's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
What about Friday? What about Wednesday?
Yeah.
What about next week? So are we supposed to only have 12 people at our house from this point moving forward, or is it just that one day?
Yeah, and that's the point I'm trying to make, is that why are you focusing on just that one particular day? And especially a day where people look forward to being fed, the ones that don't have any means. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And I don't see how people follow these fools, man.
Yeah, because
I just don't.
To your point, if they're working in a soup kitchen, you would think they're taking all the precautions that they would have been taking this whole entire time. I don't see how that would change the risk of someone getting sick. And families, it's true, you have heard those like weddings. There was a wedding that was recently announced to be like a super spreader.
Yeah.
All right, so those I can understand, because you've got a bunch of people, maybe not all from the same family, friends. That I could understand that. But the way that they take these rules and these mandates and expect everyone to just follow, it's ridiculous. And we spoke about this many podcasts ago. I was very proud of how the country reacted initially to the voluntary shutdown and lockdown.
Yeah.
Everyone was like doing the same thing. The streets were bare. There was nothing out going on. Everyone was like saying, hey, we gotta support each other and do this. That was voluntary. Now you can't be making people do this kind of stuff. That's infringing on our rights.
The whole aspect to this particular thing is the arrogance of these motherfuckers that are establishing these rules. Yeah, your Governor Newsom, right?
Oh my God!
I know we were discussing that earlier.
Bro. Hypocrites.
I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, the story was that Gavin Newsom apologized because he violated his own policies. Apparently, he went to a friend's birthday party. It was held at like a fancy French restaurant, and he did not have a mask. And I guess it had more than 50 people or whatever it was. And he said, well, when I sat down, I realized that I didn't have a mask, and I should have been wearing a mask, and I thought maybe I should leave, but I didn't. And so he is publicly apologizing for it. Okay, that's great. Is it because like he got found out and outed?
Of course.
So I'm sure he's been at other events in similar situations. So to your point, we have to do what they say, do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
And that's what I hate, because they always make us, and I say us, regular public, have to like jump through hoops and all these crazy things, but the rules never apply to them.
Correct.
That's hypocrisy, man.
Correct.
That's the kind of stuff that I just hate.
Yeah. No, I mean, and even with that guy, now he starts trying to defend himself. Oh no, but it was an outdoor gathering. I mean, they just dig themselves deeper and deeper. But people eat that shit up, man, and they just believe everything that these fools say.
Yeah,
they just do, man. And I just don't get it, man. We're just trying to live with this particular situation, this COVID thing. We're trying to do the best that we can. And all these motherfucking politicians, man, they're treating us like fools. They treat everybody like a fool.
Yeah.
Unless it's them, everybody else is a fool. And that's the one thing that I can't stand, man. I really can't.
No, me too. I agree.
It's getting out of hand.
I don't understand why more people don't call it out and kind of acknowledge it.
Yeah.
It's really kind of messed up.
Even you got this fool fucking Cuomo and shit. Accepting an Emmy, or now he's going to get an Emmy for
his news conferences. I've never heard of anything like that.
Really? He's going to get a fucking Emmy for saying 500 million times, we're going to flatten the curve. We're going to flatten the curve. And when we get here, we're going to flatten the curve. And oh, thank you. I just won an Emmy for flattening the curve.
But that's a good impression. But he's more like, doesn't he sound a little bit like Christopher Walken?
Well, if you want to flatten the curve.
We have to flatten the curve.
Flatten the curve. And flatten the curve. And they give him a fucking Emmy. Yeah. You might as well throw an Emmy at me right now, too, then. Shit.
We should get...
For saying this shit over and over.
Yeah, but we're not on TV.
Still, give me a fucking podcast Emmy. I don't know what the fuck.
Podcast Emmy.
But this, I mean,
no,
come
but
on,
you know
man.
what's annoying? He's getting an Emmy and he wrote a book.
He wrote a book
How's
during
he
the pandemic. So he has all this time in the world during the pandemic. Fuck you. Didn't I say that shit last week? Fuck you again.
He is the worst.
Unbelievable. Him and Newsom, man.
And and now he's talking about they want to shut down restaurants again and bars again during the holiday season where they make most of their money.
Yeah, and where people need money.
And by the way, he wants to go after gyms again. I've not heard of any gym outbreak. If anything, the gyms are helping people stay in shape.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of the people who have COVID, aren't they like people who, in many cases, not all cases I know, so don't anyone,
Yeah,
regular.
majority pre-existing
But a lot of people have
right?
conditions like, overweight or whatever. So I would think gyms are actually helping. And I have not heard of one outbreak case. Maybe one exists. I'm just saying I've not seen it. And I would think that they would have promoted it on TV. So why are we shutting down gyms? And then it's only, before it was
from this time to this time, right?
to 10 p.m., right? Like they can only be open until 10 p.m.
Yeah, I mean,
I would think that people, and I said this before, I would think that people who sometimes want to go to the gym, but they don't want to go with the crowds, they would go later in the evening. Less crowds, right? Less people on the machines. Now, if you're telling everyone, hey, you have to squeeze in your gym workout by 10 p.m., you're going to pack the place.
Yeah.
It's going to have more people in there.
Well, I mean, and in this particular case, they're not even going to allow the people in there now. So now you're going to limit the amount of people that can come inside. It's a disaster, man. These people do not. We spoke about this many podcasts ago. We were talking about how the educated, well-prepared people are the ones that should be making the rules. Remember, we asked about how like they were asking the parents, which do you prefer, a long-distance program or in-person teaching, and all the stuff. And now I'm second-guessing what we had said before, because we had said that we should allow the educated people, the ones that are trained, just have them make the decisions, and that's it. Well, guess what? Now we're going into the bigger aspect of this COVID shit, where the so-called people that are, educated and making these decisions, we're not agreeing with their fucking decisions, bro. So you know what I mean? I'm second guessing what I had said before in regards to just allowing them to make these decisions, because these people are fucking fools, man. They are, man. They're no brighter than I am. I'm telling you right now, man.
I guess that's a good point, because we did say like they should come out with the guidelines, but maybe this is
them.
But this is why they were even asking, because they don't know. So it's just proving to us all these degrees and all this stuff.
They don't know shit.
In some cases, they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, it just goes to show you, man, that these people paying for their education, they're actually paying for somebody else to fucking do their work, man, because they don't know a damn thing.
But I could almost accept that, especially with unprecedented situations like COVID. But you have to at least admit it and be honest and take the political spin off of things and just do common sense, make common sense decisions.
Why are people so afraid to say, hey, you know what? I made a mistake. I thought that by following these guidelines, we were going to be able to do this. We were going to be able to flatten the curve, but it didn't flatten the curve. It did this instead or whatever, right?
Right.
But no one ever wants to admit defeat. No one ever wants to say, I was wrong. We're going to try something different. Unfortunately, that didn't work. Something that we thought was going to work didn't work. They're afraid to do that. And everything, all they do is pass blame onto another person. If it's not the president, then there's that person, there's this doctor, that doctor. And it's all politics, man. We said it before. If it's a Republican scientist, doesn't know shit. Then the Democratic scientist, all he knows is the best stuff for us to do. And then the Democrats will say, oh, no, it's such and such. Or and Republicans, no, you can never get, you never feel safe and comfortable with making a decision anymore, because you don't know who to believe.
Yeah. I would respect someone, a politician or whoever, business person, anyone in a position of authority or leadership, if they just say, hey, we messed up, we got it wrong.
Yeah.
We learned from the mistake, and this is what we're going to do to fix it. I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Nobody is perfect. And that's what bothers me with, and I don't want to say Democrats, because maybe it's Democrats and Republicans, but when you're a person and you look at an elected official and you expect them to be God.
Oh, you mean like John Leguizamo? Save us, Joe Biden?
Save us,
Joe.
Oh, the way you can. That's my point. Like, they are humans, and you said it. They are human people. They make mistakes. They do things. They say the wrong things. They act the wrong way. They masturbate on Zoom calls, right? Like, people do stupid shit, and no one is perfect.
Yeah.
Speaking of no one being perfect, I have to apologize to some of our Star Wars fans, because I got some hate mail. So
I was waiting. You know what? I was waiting for this, because I was like, wait a minute. It can't be possible that only the captain gets hate mail and not Junior. I was like, when is this thing ever going to turn?
So,
and finally, thank you, fans. It has finally turned around.
First of all, I am a big sci-fi fan. I'm a big geek. Now, Captain knows this. He knows how long I've been collecting comics and statues and movies. But sometimes I get confused. Or I shouldn't say get confused. Sometimes we're talking and we're having so much fun, and you say the wrong thing. So in the last podcast, we were talking about The Mandalorian. Yeah. And then we were talking about like the timing, because the timing gets a little funky, because I've seen those things so many times, and I watch the cartoons, and sometimes I lose track of where it is. It's just fun. But I had said by accident that, because we were talking fast, and I said that Ahsoka was Luke Skywalker's Padawan, and I know that she's not. It was Anakin Skywalker, which is Darth Vader. So I made that mistake twice, bro. Fucking people, chill the fuck out.
I love it. When I read
out.
that stuff, I love it, man, because it takes
Holy
the focus
smoke.
completely off of me and onto
good.
you. And I was like, now he knows how I feel. Now he knows
Hey,
how
I
I
don't
feel.
mind. I love. First of all, fans, we love to interact with you, and we want more of that. This is what's been great as we keep launching more podcasts, and we try different formats. Right, we're doing like our interviews, and we're doing different things. We want people to give us the feedback because that's how we get better.
Yeah, let us know.
And then I think someone else had wrote
And continue dogging Junior.
Yeah, no, someone else I made a comment that I didn't know what I was talking about with Johnny Depp. Holy shit.
That's right.
Anyway, so look, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about in that one. So they can write us back. Please continue the conversation. But Johnny Depp so my initial premise was that Johnny Depp is a hypocrite. And the reason why I was saying that was because a while ago, he had made some comments, and he was like at an arts festival. And he had made some comments, and I think I didn't remember what the comments were. But the exact comment was, "Can you bring Trump here?" He said that to the crowd. And then people were like, boo, blah, 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 blah. And, they had like a different reaction. So then he said something like, "Oh, no, you misunderstand. When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?" Uh-huh. And he goes, "I want to clarify. I'm not an actor. I lie for a living. However, it's been a while, and maybe it's time." So he was insinuating that, maybe he should assassinate President Trump, like how Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of annoyed because why do actors have to say stupid shit like that? Meanwhile, he lost a libel case against the publisher of the Sun newspaper. Mm-hmm. And in the newspaper, they had made a comment about him abusing his wife. I think they called him a wife beater. So Amber Heard was in the middle of that whole thing, and essentially he lost because they had said that they had enough proof, enough evidence to say that he was definitely very violent. And so he lost.
Towards her.
So in other reporting, I heard Sharon Osbourne say something to the effect that she heard that Amber Heard would also be physical and get violent with Johnny Depp. Okay. So she was like, maybe she gave it as good as she got it, kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. My whole point was that Johnny Depp should shut the fuck up, because if he's out there being physically abusive to women, don't be talking about assassinating presidents or trying to act like you're better than everyone else.
Yeah, telling us what to do.
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
The right thing, right?
Not for nothing. Brush your fucking teeth too, dude. I love Johnny Depp. I loved him like back in the day, but you see him now?
Yeah.
When he was like playing Captain Jack Sparrow, his teeth were all mad fucked up.
Yeah.
That's how his teeth are in real life.
So there was no makeup.
There's no makeup there. They cut some corners there. And so my comment was also to the fact that even though he got removed from the movie because of, all the stuff that happened, he still got paid. So who's better than Johnny Depp? I'm not hating on him. I'm not hating on him. Who's better than him? He's, beating up women and still getting paid. But he ain't better than no one else. So don't be giving people general advice.
Listen, I'm just glad that the hate mail is coming in. It's being directed towards you. And you have to defend yourself. Hey, that's it. That's just how it is. Good.
But this is why I love our podcast, because we're able to listen to other people.
See, well, at least we're able to admit when we make mistakes, not like these fucking fools out there, man.
No, but it's good because even when you and I, when we talk, we don't always agree on everything, and we're able to have conversations back and forth. Yeah. We go at each other, and then at the end of the day, we laugh and we still have fun. And that's how society used to be. I feel like it used to be like that.
It's happening more and more, even within the family, man. I mean, how many families are not getting, or probably are very happy that this COVID shit is going on, because they're probably not going to get together with their family members at Thanksgiving because they share different political views. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah,
I've heard this shit before.
I think that's true. I've heard that too.
You know what I mean? So that's ridiculous, man. I mean, I don't know what the hell this world is coming to, or at least this country, man, but come on, people. I mean, shit, family's family, man. I mean, I know we can disagree and have different viewpoints and all that, but damn, at the end of the day, family is family.
I've always held the belief that family is the most important thing. And even though someone may wrong you or have a different viewpoint, at the end of the day, you accept them and you still love them and you kind of move on with your life.
I mean, life is going
Right?
to go on
That's the
no
way it
matter
should
what.
be. That's the way it should be.
It's going to go on no matter what, man. So look, even with this whole COVID thing, right? If you had already, or we're at what, maybe 250,000 deaths, supposedly, right?
That's right.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, and I hope this doesn't happen, let's just say we reach 1 million deaths. Life goes on, man. It just goes on. It doesn't stop. The world's not going to end after 1 million deaths. It just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? And so this is the point I'm trying to make, is that as bad as things can get, this thing is going to continue going, dude. It's just not going to stop. Life is going to continue. Trees are going to bloom, right? Leaves are going to fall during the fall. It's just going to continue going, man. And so for us to keep thinking like it's all or nothing and doomsday and it's over right now, people need to stop thinking that way, man, because that's exactly how they think.
Wasn't Beto and those guys saying like there's something was going to happen in 12 years? Like we had 12 years to do climate change or something?
Yeah, to finish it. Or else, come on.
I want to make sure I say the right thing before I get another email.
No, don't worry. We'll research it later.
We'll research that. But to your point, things will get better. Tomorrow's always a new day. I think just people have to have some forgiveness in their heart and just kind of be chill, because honestly, in 10, 15, 20 years, is that stuff really going to matter? Probably not.
Nah, listen,
Probably
man,
not.
It's and that's the thing, that people forget the good times with other people. They really do, man.
Yeah.
They forget these things because they're so focused on this bullshit stuff.
Yeah.
And that's all because everybody is thinking just about themselves. They don't think about anybody else anymore. It's not about them, right? It's always just what's going on in their life that matters, and that's it. And that's got to change back to the old way of thinking, which is let's think about everybody, man. I mean, everything has repercussions. You do not want to be on the bad part of the repercussion aspect of it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, we need to definitely move on. Listen, if your guy lost, all right, live to fight another day. And then you hopefully do things in a way where maybe your guy's gonna win next time, or your team, or whatever. Oh shit! And I just said team. My Bills, man.
Well, we get to
I didn't want
to. Later.
Yeah, I was like, man, but that was what a loss on that one, man.
That was Even I saw that and I was just like, holy smoke.
Oh man, I thought we had it in the bag.
Wait, but before we go to that, I'm not done talking shit.
All right, go ahead, man.
I want to talk shit about Deblasio.
Deblasio. Oh, what's
shutting down New York City schools.
Oh man, that's another
because
one.
they had a 3% infection rate.
Yeah.
But I understood that the schools infection rate was like 0.3
I think
or something. Like it was like very low, and so like the infection rate at the schools didn't match the overall city rate.
Yeah.
And then this morning I was watching the news as I was getting ready to to go out, and there was an advertisement saying, "Get tested often, get tested often, get tested often. If you got tested last week, get tested this week. It's free." And then I was saying to myself, who is like making money off of these tests?
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm trying to understand, if you get tested more frequently, doesn't that somewhat affect these numbers, right? The infection rates? Because if you got a lot of people constantly getting tested and testing's happening all the time.
Well, that's what's happening with these numbers.
Is that what it is?
That's what they use, man. Look, I've been driving around, not particularly looking for this, but just driving around in my regular day, activities. And every single one of those walk-in clinics that I see, there's a huge line out the door. Now, I'm assuming that they're there to get tested, because there's no way that everybody's going to be, forming a line out the door because they're legitimately sick. I find that hard to believe. I haven't stopped my car and to, ask people why they were online. So I'm just going to base it on the fact that this whole COVID thing is going on. But yeah, I mean, you should not be online getting COVID tested unless you're legitimately sick, unless you need to get back to work and they require you to have a negative test result, right? Unless maybe you're flying and they require that on an airplane, which I don't think that I've heard anything like that. Or, or something to that effect, where you're not allowed to go somewhere unless you can prove that you have a negative result. Aside from that, there should not be anybody online getting tested for COVID unless you really do feel the symptoms. There's no way that all those people that I'm seeing online are either symptomatic and or have to go to get a negative test because they require it for work or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just don't get it, man. And on top of that, who's paying for that?
Well, I'm just wondering, I thought CityMD, they've been expanding all over, at least in New York City and Long Island. I don't know if they're a national company. I have to look into that. but they're all over the place now. And I think they were one of the first ones where the tests were being made available in the city. I feel like I'm wondering, are people making money off the testing?
They got to be making money. And the other thing is, I read, when was it? I think it was last week. I read, and I also heard from a coworker of mine. Elon Musk took 4 tests within days. 2 of them came back positive, supposedly, and 2 of them were negative. And then the 2 positives were false positives. It was like, wait a minute. So these things aren't even super accurate anyway, because if you're getting all different kinds of results, why are you even standing online to get this thing done?
Right. Maybe that's why you need to take multiple tests, because you got to make sure that it gets
but still, I mean, come
the
on.
right way.
Listen, unless you're having like a procedure done in a hospital
Yes.
and they require you to have like a negative test, I really don't see anybody else having to take that test for what? There's no reason whatsoever. Then on top of that, if they're telling you to lock yourself in your damn house, why are you going to go out there and stand in line for what? You're locked in your house. You have no interaction with people anyway. So what the fuck does it matter?
I don't know.
I don't know.
People stand on long lines for COVID tests and
PlayStation 5s.
Well, you know what? I read an article about In-N-Out Burger in Colorado. Did you hear about that?
No.
So have you? Of course, you know
In-N-Out
West
Burger's
Coast,
the best, yeah.
right? You're a West Coast guy. Every time I go to the West Coast, I love In-N-Out Burgers.
Yeah, I love them.
And the last time I was there, I actually took my family for the first time, and they love the burgers. But in Colorado, they had opened an In-N-Out Burger. It was in Aurora, Colorado. How long would you wait online for a burger?
That's a hard one, man. Well,
before I say it, like
Okay.
how long would you wait online for an In-N-Out Burger?
For In-N-Out Burger, probably, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes at the most.
40 minutes.
Yeah. And the only reason I say that is because they over here, Chick-fil-A is very scarce.
Yes.
And they recently opened up, well, not recently, but a couple of years ago, they opened one up. And let me tell you, man, the lines for that Chick-fil-A were ridiculous. And I refused to stand or even wait in the drive-thru. And it was taking hours, man.
All right, so you've done Black Friday. How long? What's the longest you've waited online for Black
let's
Friday?
Not get
No,
into
but
Black Friday because
I'm just
Black
trying to
Friday's-
understand. But how long? What's the longest you've waited?
Man, I would say Thanksgiving dinner, and then straight to like, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. But this is back in the day, man.
Yeah, I know. Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day where they didn't open the stores on Thanksgiving Day. I would say maybe like 10 o'clock at night. I stood Thanksgiving Day for a 6 o'clock opening.
All right, so like 8 hours.
Like 8 hours. That's it.
In Aurora, Colorado,
Yeah.
people, and this is midday, people were waiting online. The line wait time was 12 hours. Damn. 12 hours
For a hamburger.
to get a hamburger and fries.
No way, man. I'm not gonna stand 12 hours just to get a hamburger and fries. No way. I'll go across. If I'm hungry, I'm going across the street to McDonald's.
There were people in cars.
Tents.
People were getting
Pop-up tents.
There were fights. One person lost his pants. The food is good, but I can wait. I don't know that I would need to wait 12 hours online.
Yeah, no. I don't think that's one of those things that I'd wait
What
for.
are they smoking in Aurora, Colorado?
I don't know. Well, they legalized pot, right? 12 hours.
They got some good strain of pot over there or something,
Yeah,
because
man.
these people were losing their mind for some freaking burgers.
That's crazy, man. Not for a burger, man. 12 hours for a burger.
12 hours.
I just
But
don't
this
see
is
it.
my point, too. All right, so maybe we made the joke about smoking up, but I'm sure some of those people are high. But they got 12 hours to kill to just buy
That's
some
what
food
I'm saying. What, 12 hours for a hamburger?
in the middle of the day?
Yeah, no. I don't know, man.
That's
don't
a
know.
lot of people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people, and that's not like a small city.
Yeah. You know what? I remember, I'm going to go even further back. This is Howard, well, you know, Howard Stern fans.
Yeah.
When he made his first movie, or his movie, right? They were giving out tickets, or they're giving you the ability to purchase tickets for the screening of the movie. And I'll never forget. I went with my brother. Before we even left, we said, should we even try, man? I mean, because, you know, he has a large following. It's going to be a long line, lots of crowd. Should we do it? And we thought about it, and we're like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. At the last second, we said, yeah, let's just do it, right? We actually left around 9 o'clock at night to go into the city to just stand online. Now, we figured 9 o'clock, we're going to be by the front door, because who else is going to be there, right? We got there, man. We were literally like 10 blocks away.
Jeez.
And you know how like the city blocks are.
Yeah, big block.
We were like 10 blocks away from the entrance of the damn door, man. And be honest with you, The lines were very orderly. People were respecting each other. They brought their little pop-up tents, chairs, sleeping bags, whatever. And everybody, it was orderly. And even the cops set up the barricades, and people were just following the rules. And that was overnight, right? So, there was people, and it was freezing too. I remember that. It was really cold. I remember when the sun came up, some guy just either said, you know what? I ain't waiting online. Old boy ran towards the front of the line, and let me tell you, that was when all hell broke loose because they just abandoned their stuff, man. They abandoned sleeping bags, tents, chairs, whatever it was. They saw this one guy, and they said, yo, fuck it. If he's going to get in front of me.
So they all followed?
They all followed, man. And oh, shit, dude.
And what they do, they bum rush the one person who was in the front of the line?
They bum rushed the damn line, man. It was crazy. I'd never seen anything like that before.
Oh, my God.
But those are the kinds of things that you'd expect, right? If somebody doesn't want to follow the lines or wait. But just imagine you're waiting there 12 hours for a hamburger and somebody breaks the line from the back and makes a beeline to the front. What's going to happen? Man?
Oh, yeah. No, well,
obviously you said something like that happened,
yeah,
right?
They said a lot of fights and crazy stuff. That's funny.
Yeah, those must be really religious people that were standing on the line.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know how at the bottom of those things, they have like the biblical...
Like a verse?
Yeah, the verses.
Oh, I don't think I remember that.
Yeah, In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger has I don't know if it's on it's on the cups. They have a verse around the little rim in the back, at the bottom of the cup.
I think I heard of that, but I don't think I remembered actually seeing it.
Yeah.
Last time I was there. Huh. Yeah, this is a little off topic. Did you see that new Borat movie?
I haven't seen it. I saw the beginning of it, maybe just a couple of minutes of it. I just haven't had a really chance to sit down and watch it.
I saw it because I liked Borat when it first came out, right?
Yeah.
It's Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny when he was doing Ali G. And I saw the new one. It was a lot of the same kind of stuff, and it looked like some of the people that were in the captured on film knew who he was. Cause,
Well, I saw a couple of the trailers.
Yeah, he had to change his look
Yeah.
sometimes when he was in public. He brought, I guess it was a new girl, a new actress that was pretending to be his daughter.
Yeah.
She was really good. I enjoyed her scenes. But there was a scene. Did you hear about the scene with Rudy Giuliani?
I heard about it. Don't know. I don't I didn't read too much into it, so I don't know what exactly.
So for the next podcast, you have to do it because I think it was available on Prime. I think you have Prime.
No, I started watching it.
Oh, you okay? So
yeah.
So next time, watch it for the next show because I want to hear what you think because in it there's a scene with Rudy Giuliani where he's getting interviewed. And the scene gets a little funky. And so, at the end of it, I was like, was he in on the joke? And I remember reading, some newspaper articles where there was, feedback talking about Rudy Giuliani and Sacha Baron Cohen. Was it a joke? But since I was, at that time, there was so much other stuff going on, I didn't really pay attention to it. And so I saw the scene itself. And then I was like, that, it seemed like it was a legit scene. But I was just super surprised at how it was going. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because Giuliani was in the news because
the new thing that just came out?
Yeah, the new thing that just came out with his hair dye. Now, I liked Rudy, but I think it might be time for him to go into the sunset, bro. Between what I seen that thing and his hair dye, I give him props.
Listen,
for trying.
Why are people so afraid of getting old, man? I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Why are you so afraid? Why can't he just go out there with his gray hair?
With gray hair?
Why you gotta go fucking spray paint your head? Then on top of that shit, you're sweating your ass off, and the spray paint is just fucking coming down the side of your face.
Well, look, man.
I just don't. Not, but
sweating happens.
I get it, but why are you so afraid of getting old, man? I don't.
It's not just him though.
I'm talking about everybody. Why are people doing this shit? It's just fucking stupid, man. Because it makes them look stupid.
It makes him look stupid.
You know what I'm saying? It makes him look stupid.
No matter what he said, no one's going to pay attention to what he said.
That's exactly the point. Let's just say he had legitimate things to say, and he was on point with everything. He had proof. He had everything, and there was nowhere, no how that anybody could say that's all bullshit. Let's just say he had everything down packed. I'm watching a guy with black fucking ink coming down the side of his face, sweating his ass off. All that shit goes out the door for me because it's all about visualizing what the fuck's going on. It's not you're not even paying attention to what he's saying anymore.
Right.
Why are people so afraid of getting old, man?
Now let me ask you a question.
In all honesty, I think it looks cool. A guy, girl with a little bit of gray. It makes them look mature. It makes them look. I just makes them look. To me, it makes them look attractive.
Well,
That's
I was just
me.
gonna. Oh, I was just gonna ask you because now you said guy, girl.
Yeah.
A lot of women they dye their hair. So, are you opposed to women dyeing their hair?
I just with women, I don't think they do the damn spray paint shit like this guy did.
No. I mean,
they do other things.
They invest. They invest and do it the right way.
And
He just
yeah.
did. It looked like he just did like some just for men.
That's
He was like he
exactly
told
my
his
point.
assistant before the press conference, "Hey, really quick,
hit me up.
go to the Rite Aid and pick me up some
That's
just
right.
for men."
And just do it right away. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Listen, in situations like that, I don't think that you should be afraid of showing your age, man.
Yeah.
If anything, it shows wisdom, right? I mean, if you got an older guy there, and you're
Well,
coming out with all
they
this.
say gray on men makes them look distinct,
Yeah, so there you go.
right? Not distinguished, right?
But there you go.
I wouldn't know. I don't really have that
You
many
know.
grays.
And listen, man, even for women, man, there's some women out there that they look phenomenal, man, with gray hair.
They are you're 100% right.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
You're
man.
100% right about that.
So I just don't understand why people are so afraid of that. We get old. No matter which way you look at it, it's like this. We talked about something last time in regards to the 80s, the music that we're listening to and all that. And you're like, wait a minute, it's how old?
Yeah, right.
Right?
This was only 15 years ago.
Oh, it's only 15? No, how about 30, 40 years ago, right? So when you look at all these people, or these celebrities particularly, celebrities and even politicians, and they're still out there, and you look back at when they were prominent, really prominent, you're like, wait a minute. Okay, you're trying to make yourself look young, but you were the one prosecuting that lawsuit 40 years ago. There's no way that you could look, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
it's not like you could hide your history in regards to like, hey, they don't know what I used to look like 40 years ago. We know. So why would you even try to attempt to do that?
Just vanity. I think it's just vanity on people. Like there's some people who have aged very well. Like we spoke about Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah.
And we spend a lot of time talking about politics and stuff, but sometimes we just want to talk about like goofy stuff, right? Be like boys and talk about like models or whatever.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Hurley was a model, and I see her on Instagram.
I think she is still a model. She's in her 50s, right? 50s, 60s?
She's got to be older than the 50s, no?
Yeah. I would say late 50s, if anything.
Late 50s?
I would think so.
Whatever. She looks dynamite.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
She looks dynamite. And not just her, like Heather Graham. Remember the actress Heather Graham?
Yeah, of course.
She still looks really great. Not that I would say that she's old, but she's aged very well. And when you see these actresses who still look pretty good, and I'm talking about people who don't look like they had surgery, because I think most people probably do in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But those are two models that I think look really good. You know who else is an actress who I think still looks pretty good?
You better not say the person that I'm thinking of.
The person that you're thinking of?
Yeah, because she looks phenomenal.
Who are you thinking about? Tell me.
I'm thinking Michelle Pfeiffer.
I think Michelle Pfeiffer still looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think she looks
She doesn't
phenomenal.
she doesn't look as good, but she still look, because there's some people who look better older than they did younger.
But that's the point I'm trying to make, is that I know based on, just watching Scarface, because I remember seeing Scarface in the theater. I remember that Michelle Pfeiffer. I've seen her recently in shows and or movies. Not that they're not new movies, but she looks phenomenal, man. She looks phenomenal. Michelle Pfeiffer, you look phenomenal. She's the one I was thinking of. I don't know who you're thinking.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking of Helen Mirren. Do you know who Helen Mirren is?
Helen Mirren is beautiful.
She really is.
Queen.
The queen. She's just really, really something about her that's like very attractive. Now, again, I know she's
in great
Hollywood.
shape.
I know it's Hollywood
everything.
makeup and all that kind of stuff, but she always looks great.
Dude,
and she wears, she doesn't seem to dye her hair.
Dude, there's pictures of her at the beach without makeup and all that. She looks phenomenal. She has great physique and everything.
Yeah. So I think, to your point, I think people should not be afraid to age gracefully.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of. I was at the post office, and there was this older lady. I'm going to say she was probably like late 40s, early 50s.
That's not old, man. Come on.
No. But I mean, like she wasn't old. I'm saying, but she was like, middle aged, and she was like just kind of like a typical mom or whatever, and she had like an amazing booty. And not that I was looking.
No. You weren't.
No, I wasn't looking. I was just standing there, and if you saw her face, you would just think like she's like someone's aunt or mom. Like not like you wouldn't think of her as anyone like that you would associate as being like hot or anything like that. Just like a regular, normal looking person.
Okay.
But her booty was like phenomenal. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, the booty was a 10. The booty did not match the face. And so I was just saying to myself, wow, like that's kind of amazing. And so the reason why I'm saying this is that people should accept what God gave them and be proud of it. And so she was wearing like black spandex kind of pants.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she knows that she's got a 10 booty, but I hope her husband's telling her she got a 10 booty.
I'm sure she knows.
She didn't, her face, and like she didn't look like she knew. You know how some people just know? She was just like, okay, I got to go, bye. Like she was just like scatterbrained kind of. Yeah. And she was like, running, doing her errands. But if it were me, and I was single, I would have been like, excuse me, miss, I just got to tell you.
You got phenomenal
That
booty.
That booty's a 10. Have a nice day. And that would probably make her day. But I was just blown away.
Well, not today's date. Forget it.
Oh,
you
yeah,
say something like that,
No,
forget it. You can't even say that. You can't give anybody compliments nowadays.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Right?
And that would be just a compliment.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been me like trying to.
Like, I don't know you. I'm a stranger. You have a nice booty. See you later. Bye. And then all of a sudden, then I get arrested.
No, she'll get a phone call. There's someone assaulting me. There's a Hispanic man.
Yeah, my name is Karen.
Well, Karen, if you're listening to the podcast and you're in the New York area.
New York area, and you have a beautiful booty, congratulations. I love your booty.
Yes, be proud. Don't dye your hair. Wear your hair and be natural.
Yeah, I just think that people should age gracefully. Forget about all that other nonsense, especially if somebody like him, he's very well known. There's no need for you to be, spray painting your hair, man. Come on, man. Those are the things that, people, they don't take, they don't take you serious. Nah,
I don't mind, I don't mind people like, dyeing their hair and stuff, but
that's
to your point, he is like he was someone who was like in a position of authority. They're trying to report some, serious business. And that's obviously a cheap job. Like maybe he was even using like a Sharpie marker just to color in the sides. The point is that was really bad.
It was bad, man.
That was bad.
It was bad. I mean, everybody noticed that. I don't know. He should not have been there, bro.
And you know what? I'm glad that we're talking about this because a couple of the messages that I've gotten in the past, people say that we lean one way or the other. And I think this is proof that we just talk about whatever. Like we're not... Yeah. We're not pushing an agenda or bad-mouthing people like you hear like some other media folks do. We just talk about whatever's on our mind because there was a Joe Biden video that I had seen him being interviewed, and my man was speaking like he was losing his marbles. And I don't want to even post it up because I don't want people to be thinking that I'm trying to be negative.
We're anti-Biden.
Yeah, like I've said, I hope he does a really good job. We need it for this country.
Yeah.
But someone asked him a question, and he paused for like 45 seconds, and then his response was gibberish. It was just like, what is going on here? And so that worried me. So I was just like, will the media report that stuff? I don't know. But I'm glad that we are equal opportunity commentators.
Listen, we do lean in particular. I lean in particular. I'm not going to say that you and I have the same feelings in regards to this whole thing with the election and in regular everyday life. But I do lean a particular way, but it's only for that moment. You know what I mean? Like we've said in the past, if I'm cheering on a particular person and they lose, all right, hey, live to fight another day. Go back and figure out a way of winning next time, But you have to still support, in this particular case, when it comes to America, you have to support the people that are there or else forget it, right?
Yes.
I mean, you could still have your opinions and I could still maybe hate the particular things that you say. But no matter which way you look at it, you still got to support who's there. I just don't get the hate practice of just hating the person because, they're not the person that you elected, that you voted for, and then you're just going to go out of your way to really hate people.
Yeah, you hate others.
I just don't get it.
You hate others who have a different opinion.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, and, they're the ones that talk about how could you hate this, and that, or whatever, but you're doing the same damn thing.
Right.
And I just don't get it. So, yeah, I'm going to lean one particular way, and I'll admit that I'll lean one particular way because I'll look at the message and whether it relates directly to me, to my family. And if it's, if it impacts my family in a particular way, negatively, let's just say, then obviously I'm going to lean the other way. If it, impacts it in a positive way, I'm going to, stay on message in that sense. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, and I'm the same way. I've always said I'm an independent. You'll never see me blindly follow one person or another. I go with what's important to me, and I like to use common sense. Sometimes I'm serious, sometimes I'm jokey, but everyone needs to chill the F out, like you said earlier, and just kind of enjoy life because life can be very short.
Yeah, that's very true, man.
right?
That's definitely very true.
And speaking of life being short and difficult, what's up with your bills, bro?
Yeah, so we have to get back to that, man.
We have to. We're coming up at the end of the podcast, so we gotta talk about these bills.
Listen, in the last podcast, I said that we were facing a very tough team. They played well. I even mentioned Kyler Murray, and I said it was going to be a hard game. With that being said, I thought we had it in the bag, man. I thought we had it in the bag with 30 seconds left, man.
That was a Hail Mary. That was a Hail Mary, right?
Yeah, it was a Hail Mary. But think about it. 30 seconds, you got the game in the bag. I mean, it was just one of these things where shit just happens. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post on our website and or on Instagram. I found through one of the Bills sites a picture of that last catch, right? Because there's 3 Buffalo Bill guys. And
there's 3 on them.
There's 3
How
on
did he
them, right?
find that
Dude,
space?
I'm telling you. But what was funny about this picture was that it's him grabbing a, I think it's paper towels or Bounty paper towels.
Oh, from Trump or something?
No. They took out like the football, and they photoshopped a paper towel.
Yeah.
That he was going up for it, and it kind of made it seem like they were like in a Costco or and they were like, yeah, he went up for it like if it was the last paper
one. Oh, that's funny.
It was a good one. So I'm gonna post it. It was a hell of a game, man. I mean, listen, man, shit happens. What can you do?
Yeah, it was a good game.
But it was a good game, man. It went all the way to the end, and now they have 1 week off. They get to regroup, and hopefully they come back on a winning stride, man. But it was upsetting, man. It definitely was upsetting. But hey, it is what it is. See, again, this is what I'm talking about. My team lost. What am I supposed to do? I can't be hating on the other team because they played well too.
What I mean?
What do you want me to do?
You got to give them credit.
I got to give them credit, man.
You can't start a petition against them.
I can't. The one thing that I am going to be looking forward to is Black Friday, though.
Yeah, you're going to do Black Friday shopping?
No, I'm not going to stand online or anything like that, but I'm looking for, there's a lot of stuff out there that I'm willing to get this time around.
I'm not.
So your gift will be from my Black Friday shopping.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know me. I've never done Black Friday stuff. I think I went with you one time.
Did you?
Yeah, one time we went, and I was miserable the whole time. I'm just not a Black Friday guy.
Well, nah. I mean, things have changed. I mean, I my whole way of thinking changed to when they started opening up all the stores during Thanksgiving. I thought that with that Thanksgiving, all the stores should be closed. Enjoy the time with your friends and your family. And then, the next day, go out there and do your shopping or whatever. But when they started opening up the stores and, people now leaving the dinner early to go stand online. That right there kind of threw me off. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to follow this thing no more. Obviously, now everything's online. So, I just tap on, go put it in my cart and pay the damn thing. And that's it. So I don't even have to worry about that,
Yeah.
I still watch the football games. I'm going to eat that dinner that I'm telling you about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the dinner. The only thing is, I'm hoping that I can still get together with my sister-in-law and my brother, because my sister-in-law is a really good cook. She always makes some really, really delicious meals.
Yeah, no, that pernil is ridiculous, man.
Right? She's a really good cook. But we got to see if we're under the 12, the number 12 limit.
Is it 12 or 10? I thought it was 10.
Was it? Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was 12.
No, I think it's 10, man. So you're definitely done.
We're done. We're done unless we do like takeout.
Well, I can honestly tell you, and this comes directly from me, all right? No one will be checking on your household to see if there was more. I can tell you that.
You don't think cops are going to be walking around?
I can tell you right
now. Like the Purge?
No. Not one cop will come to your house.
They better not.
They're not. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that.
So, all right, thank you. Well, hopefully, I hope you have a good meal. I'm looking forward to having a nice meal, and I'm also looking forward just to some downtime.
Yeah.
And just kind of reconnecting with the family again. Fans, thank you for listening to our show. We've been so honored and kind of blown away at the support that we've received. Yeah. We cannot believe that we would get so many downloads and people like supporting us and sending us positive messages.
So quick, man. So quick.
Quickly.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And we're almost done with season 1. We're gonna be gearing up for season 2. You'll see some new stuff and some changes. Nothing drastic, but we're really excited to continue doing this. But thank you so much for ongoing support, downloading, and just kind of interacting with us. We really, really appreciate it.
And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I'm really, really thankful to all the fans who have kept us going, and also to all the people out there who have supported us. Specifically, also Crown Trophy. Crown Trophy has been helping us from day one Thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. Anybody interested in getting some trophies for their sports, for their companies, Christmas is coming up. I'm sure that there's some people out there that might want to get some trophies, some awards, or anything like that to show their appreciation to people. Reach out to Crown Trophy at crowntrophy.fea.net. You can find them in Cypress, California, and they ship nationwide. So don't think because you're not in the California area, you can't reach out to them.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Crown Trophy. We really appreciate it. And if you're looking to get more information about us, you can find us on our website. It's outofthecavepodcast.com. You can also send us feedback directly via email, and that's feedback@outofthecavepodcast.com. And you can find us on social media. We're on Instagram at Out of the Cave Podcast, and we're also on Facebook at Out of the Cave Podcast. We really like to hear from everyone. We hope you like the content. We're going to keep working on it, but we do want to thank our fans locally and worldwide. Like, we have fans in France. Thank you so much for your commitment. We love our fans in Germany and Russia, Albania. Like, we've got fans all over the place.
Australia.
We
have to go down under, man.
Down under. And of course in the U.S., thank you to all our fans on both coasts, from California to New York, all the way down to Florida and Texas. We really appreciate all of the support, and
Yes,
we hope that you like it. And please share this information with your friends. Let them know that we've got this podcast, and please continue to interact with us. Thank you so much. We are very thankful for all of you.
Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.